Hey everyone. So it is the night before Thanksgiving, and in my house when I was growing up, we had a tradition. We made pies. Well, my mom made pies, and I was always in the kitchen with her. And so I remember, yeah, it's been probably 40 some years that I've made pies the night before Thanksgiving. And so I wasn't going to make any pies this year because I don't have anybody coming over. But I was laying in bed this morning and I was thinking, like, I've done this for 40 some years and I just cannot not make pies the night before Thanksgiving. So I am working in the morning. I am taking care of my people at work, making them a big lavish dinner, all the trimmings, everything. And I had bought frozen pies for them, but I decided I was gonna bake some pies tonight. I'm keeping my tradition. This little card right here, this contains my mother's pie crust recipe. I don't even remember when she gave this to me, when she was still alive. She's been gone since 1995, and so I remember calling her up one Thanksgiving. I do believe, gosh, I think I lived in Yakima, and Kirsten wasn't even born yet, and so I had just had Amanda, and I was gonna try my own, by myself, pies for Thanksgiving. And so I called her, and she never did have something written down. She just said, I put this much in all the time. So whenever she gave me her recipe, that was it. But this is her recipe, and that's what I'm gonna do tonight. And as I make these pies, I'm gonna share some memories through the years, like things that have happened during my baking. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm only really gonna make 2 pumpkin pies tonight. I used to make lemon meringue because it was my dad's favorite. He always used to love to eat leftovers the next day. He used to like to eat those green onions with turkey and lemon meringue pie. That was like his favorite thing that he liked to eat. And then I always made a cherry. And when I was, making pies after my mom and dad had passed, I had become the, what do you call them, matriarch of the family. Our house was the one that everybody came over to on the holidays. I always made a big whole spread. People brought their stuff. My ex-husband and my sister's ex-husband used to have stuffing wars, through the years to see who had the best stuffing. But so I'm gonna start this little recipe. I have to work in the morning at 7, so I'm gonna be really tired. But so I'm gonna start with my pie crust recipe, and yeah, so I always double it because I like a thick crust. I don't know about you guys, but I like a thicker crust on my pies. And so I have my little bowl, which I've had for years. If my girls are watching this, they'll recognize this, that I've had this for years upon years upon years. That's one of my problems. I don't like change. I just like things the way that I know them. And yeah, so this recipe calls for pie crust, and this can of pumpkin here, it says that it makes 2 pies, but I have had experience through the years, and I know that it makes more than 2 pies. So I got pie tins. Oh my gosh. So I was at Walmart tonight. There was none of these. 0, 0, 0. And so I bought some pie tins. They didn't have like the glass ones. They had nothing. So I bought graham cracker crusts, so I was gonna get rid of that out of there. But I came home, and last year probably I had bought like a whole bunch of these. So I had these. So I'm like, yay. So I'm gonna make 2.5 pies. I got these, and then I got this cute little glass. They'll all fit in there. So I'm gonna start making this wonderful pie. I probably won't get much sleep tonight, but that's okay. This happens every year, and I've always survived. So one year, I probably had a little too much wine when I was making pie, because my sister Kitty used to come over and she would always help me make the pies, and we'd have fun. And I forgot to put the sugar in this. I forgot to put the sugar in this. So I had these pumpkin pies. They looked beautiful. They were gorgeous. But there was no sugar in them. And I tried to put sugar on top. Yeah, my girls probably will laugh about that, but it's true. Sometimes you mess up when you bake. When I was growing up, I was always in the kitchen with my mom at Thanksgiving. And she always got up at 5 a.m. and stuck the turkey, and so she was always preparing the pies the night before, and she was like getting her stuffing ready. So she'd stuff the turkey like the night before, and we'd make the pies, and she'd get up at 5 a.m. every morning, because we'd eat like at 12 or 1. She always wanted to eat early. So whenever I woke up on Thanksgiving morning, I could always smell that delicious, delicious smell. It smells so good. So I'm going to put that there and stick that over there. And I'm going to start my pie crust. So it says, it calls for 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And so I want to make, I'm going to make 3 pies. And that really is only, that's a thin crust. So I'm going to mix, it says 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm going to go with 4. I'm going to do 4. Of all-purpose flour. I love Thanksgiving. I have a lot to be thankful for. I'm thankful that I'm healthy, that I get to see another Thanksgiving. Oh no. I already got, that's a 1/2 cup. Gosh. Don't you hate it when you have measuring cups and the measuring part wears off? Good thing I know what a cup looks like. So, I'm not like too accurate, but there's, you know, people sift flour and stuff. I've never sifted it. Maybe I should. My girls are excellent bakers. Gosh, my daughter Kirsten, she's like far out surpasses me in any baking. I remember when she was older, I let her like do the designs on the pie, especially the cherry pie, because my sister Kitty always used to like do the crisscross stuff on the top of the cherry pie, make them look pretty. Kirsten is like amazing at that. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I was gonna FaceTime my daughter Amanda tonight because she's making pies also, or she was going to, but her kids fell asleep, so she's making her pies in the morning. Because we were gonna do it together on FaceTime, so I'm kind of sad. So I'm glad you guys are keeping me company, because it's fun. And of course I'm listening to Christmas music. So 4 cups of flour. Oh, this is one of my favorite Christmas carols. My mom's favorite Christmas carol was Oh Holy Night. So I always listen to that. Mariah Carey's Oh Holy Night. If you haven't heard that, you got to go listen to it. It's awesome. But I'm listening to Do You Hear What I Hear? So it said 1 cup of all-purpose flour, but I put 4. So now it says 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So that's a whole teaspoon of salt. So let me get my measuring teaspoons out, and we're gonna get a teaspoon of salt. So I would really like to know, you know, people who watch me, like your Thanksgiving traditions in your family, because I know we all have traditions, you know, things that used to happen. I always just remember that when I was a kid and the holidays came, I was always so excited. Like, I don't know, I always had such an excitement in me about them. So it says now I'm supposed to cut in 1/3 cup of shortening. And so I quadrupled it. So 1/3, let me figure this out. 1/3, so that's 4/3, which is 1 1/3 cups of shortening. It's kind of a lot of shortening. Hold up. I'm coming back, I promise. So 1 1/3 cup of shortening. One. See, this is where the 1/3 stuff comes in when it's not on my, yeah. 1 1, that's a lot of shortening. But you know what? The pie crust turns out so delicious and flaky. I like it. Some people might not like it, but I like my pie crust. Well, it's not mine, it's my mom's. But I do. I like it. I remember one of the first Thanksgivings I was in helping my mother in the kitchen, because she always prepared her turkey the night before. She got it ready and she stuffed it, but she didn't put it in the oven till in the morning. And like I said, I always woke up to that delicious smell. But one time she told me, she was like, Vonda, she said, I want you to wash wash that out with Purex, you know, bleach. And I was like, the turkey was in the sink at the time, right? And I was like, what? The turkey? And she was like, started laughing and laughing and laughing at me. She's like, what, the turkey? She said, no, the sink. So that was like an ongoing joke. Seriously, my whole life, my mother would bring that up every year, that I was trying to wash the turkey out with bleach. I was a little girl. I was little, and I didn't know what she was talking about, but I learned. But it's a good memory. It makes me laugh and smile today, so it's all good. Okay, so now that I did that, it says cut in 1/3 cup of shortening, and then you have to take your fork and kind of, you have to smash the shortening into the flour to mix it in. It's the best time of the year. I'm kind of excited for tomorrow. I love giving. Like, one of my clients tonight, he would not go to bed because he knew, because I was talking about all day. He's nonverbal, but he knew I was talking about tomorrow, and I'm making a turkey and a ham, and we're having all the trimmings. We're having a relish tray, punch, biscuits, salad. I'm doing it all. And he was so excited. He was like, he was smiling. He didn't want to go to bed. He was excited. You know that excited feeling that you get when something's exciting tomorrow and you're like, you can't sleep? Yeah, that's how he was before I left. So, okay, so I cut in that shortening, and it says to gradually add 2 to 3 tablespoons of cold water until the flour is moistened. Okay, but then it says that you can add a 1/4 cup of sugar if desired, which I like a sweeter crust. Some people may not, but I like a sweeter crust. So I'm going to put in a whole cup of sugar into this pie crust. That's what I'm about to do. I don't know, I think it makes the pie taste sweeter, because I'm sweet and I like sweet stuff. This is pure sugar, which is good. Have a holly jolly Christmas. The Christmas lights are already up downtown that hang on the lights. I wait for them every year. I'm like, when are they gonna put these up? Last year they put them up November 8th. They were a little late this year. That's okay. And there's my cup of sugar. Oh, it's about time to start like making this into crust. I should probably preheat my oven, right? Because it's gonna be, hold up. Ring-a-ling. Sorry, hear them ring. Let me see what they say the temperature is supposed to be. They always make you turn this down, seriously. Like, okay, it says, blah, 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 in a preheated 425 oven for 15 minutes. So I have to put it on 425 to begin with. So I want it preheated. I'm still making my crust. And it's not gonna go in for a bit, so it'll definitely be preheated enough when the time comes. Okay, so now I put my sugar in there, and I am supposed to start putting the cold water in. But let me check and see if I got all my ingredients first. I did flour, salt, shortening. Yep. I did a good job. I'm gonna make this pretty. Oh, it's the Grinch's. What do they say there? Ha, hey, hore, dore, bo. What are they singing? Is that a language? Does anybody know? If you know, put your comments down below, because I would really like to know. Okay, so now my recipe says to gradually add 2 to 3 tablespoons of cold water. So I quadrupled this, so 3 times 4 is 12. I did all right on times tables in school. So let's add 12 tablespoons, but it always calls for more because I've done this for a lot of years. Remember I told you that my mom just, she just estimated what she did. She was the kind of baker in the kitchen that she didn't measure nothing out. She just went with it like a pinch here, a pinch there. That was her. So I have my cold water right here. And so it says 3 tablespoons. 3 times 4 is 12. So let's start with, we'll start with 12 tablespoons. I bet you I need more. I'll let you know how many I need. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So, you know, I love Christmas carols, but what's your least favorite Christmas carol? I must admit, and I'm not racist, but my least favorite Christmas carol is Feliz Navidad. No. Yeah, I can't even say that word, but I don't like it. It's annoying. See, I put the 12 tablespoons in here, but it's still not good. But let me mix it up a little bit more, because you never know. So, traditionally in my family, my mom always made like a fruit salad, a macaroni salad. She made this combination of peas, bacon bits and almonds with butter, which was so delicious. I remember learning about it, or actually where she got the recipe was from. We had this couple that my mom and dad knew that we called Grandma and Grandpa, because my grandma and grandpa on both sides died when I was like really super young. And so we call them Grandma and Grandpa, and they lived in Guilford. See, I need some more water. And we went to their house one day, and she had served these peas in bacon bits and almonds, slivered almonds, and then on top of that, butter. And it was like, I guess my mom liked it so much that she started making it every Thanksgiving, which I love, which I did myself. I don't know if anybody else liked it, but I still do, and I still make it every year. Oh gosh, and one of my ladies that I take care of, oh gosh, she loves them. She does. She loves the crap out of it. So this is getting like a little moist. You don't want it too moist because it will stick to your counters. You know, I have to have a little bit of flour out when it is, but I've added way more tablespoons than that, see? I don't know what my mom was thinking when she gave me this recipe, but it's got to be moist. But you know what? I don't know. Just like homemade crust to me is like so much tastier. Maybe it's because it's made with love. I don't know. Perhaps. All right, so I'm going to go and get my pies prepared to go into the oven because they bake for a bit. I'm going to be up late. I'm going to be tired in the morning, but it's okay. I mean, it only comes once a year, right? Right? Okay, now, I just did do my nails, but now I'm going to take my little fingers. Well, not little, but let me take my ring off. My rings. Oh, look at Frosty go. Aw, it's Frosty. You know, when I was a kid, Frosty and Rudolph and the Grinch, the cartoon, and The Year Without a Santa Claus, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and all those wonderful Christmas shows came on one time. So you watched in the TV guide to see when they were coming on, and you didn't miss them. I think today, in today's society, it's like you can get it anywhere, so it takes away the nostalgia, the excitement of, I don't know, you know, the spontaneity of watching it and getting together. Oh, and I can't forget a Charlie Brown Christmas. You know, Chuck and Mean Peppermint Patty. But I love Linus and how he told the Christmas story. That's always awesome. So I'm getting my crust ready here. It kind of turned out really good, guys. This should be a delicious pumpkin pie. So I'm going to finish the rest of this. Thanks for sharing Thanksgiving Eve with me, making pies with me. I wish my sister Kitty was here because she always came to bake with me. But happy Thanksgiving. I hope tomorrow when you wake up that you give thanks for everything that you're blessed with. Ouch. Whoops. Because I certainly will. And I'm going to enjoy the day. And I'm going to get fat and full. And yeah, then I'll work out on Friday. Talk to you later.